This is a demonstration of the capabilities of the Atlas Data Query add-in for Microsoft Excel. So we have the add-in installed here. I'll go ahead and open that up. Other than that, I have a blank workbook open here. So the add-in should give us a few options when it first loads. First is the main button that's highlighted here is to actually go to where we can write queries. But then you'll see that we're also have instructions here on how to use this, so that will just take you to a web page with some directions. But this service can help you take better advantage of your data that you have stored on data.world or on airtable.com. So there's links to be able to learn more about those as well. I'm going to go ahead and come to where I can access my data, and you'll see that this opens up with a query pane kind of already installed here. Now I'm just going to go ahead and execute this so you can see that it pulls data in immediately just from its default configuration, and that's because one of our connections that we have here is just a demo connection. So this is just for demonstration purposes. This is a database that runs in the cloud on Microsoft SQL Server 2012. The database that's available just for public use and mostly intended for teaching structured query language at the university level. We have a database that's available here, and we can kind of see the schema for that database here. So you've got the full database diagram that talks about how these tables are related to each other. So we could select star from customer or from, let's say we want to put this onto a different results sheet, and here we specify the name of the sheet we want the results to go to. So we'll just maybe make our list of products here, and we'll change this to select star from product. And then as I execute that query, you'll see now that it has generated a separate tab here, a separate worksheet to hold the results. So my customer results are still here, and now I brought in my products sheet. And this really is a regular structured query language statement processed by SQL Server. So we can put on whatever kind of restriction we want here too. So where, let's go ahead and put a where clause in, where color equals, and then brown. And execute that one. And now you can see that all of our colors, so here in column H, we're seeing the only color now that we have here is brown. And so people are also only interested in particular list price or category, and of course all that can be specified. So that's one of our connections, is the default connection for Microsoft SQL Server. So we also have a connection for data.world. Now data.world, we have to specify the owner of the data set that we want to query, as well as the name of the data set that we want to query, and we have to give our token which authenticates us. So if we're already logged into data.world, we can just go ahead and click the question mark here and follow the link to bring in our token. So I'm already logged into my data.world account, so that brings you right here to the token page. I'll just copy that token and paste that right in here. So now this data set that I happen to be looking at right here is exactly the same data set, so we should be able to run these queries the same way. I'll go ahead and change this one, so instead of bringing back brown, it's bringing back black shoes. And we'll run that, and now it's pulling this data from data.world. And we see here that the color now is exclusively black shoes. So we can query data then with structured query language directly from the data.world connection. Now another connection that we have available to us here is the Airtable connection. So Airtable is a lot different than data.world. Data.world is really an analytics system, so you load your data sets there and then you can share them with other people and query them. Airtable is more of a transaction processing system, so you'll set up your database there and you'll do record level kinds of adjustments, add records, delete records, and so forth. So we can bring data in from there as well. So again, we have a similar database setup here. So here's customer. Let me just go ahead and maybe bring in a list of manufacturers, and I'll release any restriction off of this. So I'll run this, and now it's bringing in the set of manufacturers, and this was pulled directly off of my my Airtable account. And so in fact the default properties that we have here for Airtable, this API key then is the key of one that just has read permissions to this particular base, And again, we've identified the base here as well. So, of course, to access your own data, you would want to supply your API key, which identifies you, as well as the base, which identifies the database that you want to query. And as I said, we can put on restrictions here. Now, there is no SQL interface for records at Airtable, but you can do some kind of filtering, some kind of restriction clauses on this. So we might say that we're really only interested in seeing those manufacturers from a particular state. So we'll just say state is equal to, should we say, California. And so now it processes that query and brings back that data set. So there's no joining of tables here, but you can restrict the records that you're bringing in. And of course, once the data is here in Excel, it's here and available to use. So if you've got an account at Airtable, you can pull your data in there. If you'd like to explore Airtable, the accounts there are free, and you can actually follow the links here to be able to learn about Airtable and set up your free account. So the last connection type that I would like to show is just for your own SQL Server. So in this case, it's not an existing cloud data source like the other three are, but if you're running a SQL Server at your company, you can supply credentials here, the host of the server, as well as the database and port that you want to connect to, and you can reach in and pull data off of that. And that's basically what the Atlas Query Processor allows you to do. It allows you to run structured query language statements against several web accessible data sources and be able to bring those results right into Excel, and as well to be able to bring in data from Airtable. So that's it.